These professional chefs all want to break into the top ranks of the world's culinary elite. Deciding who has the talent to cut it is MasterChef judge Gregg Wallace.
That is truly creative.
And culinary legend Michel Roux Jr. With 2 Michelin stars, he's expecting perfection.
It is good, very good.
Cooking doesn't get better than this. Throughout the semi-finals, these 8 exceptional chefs have been battling it out against each other. Now only the best 5 remain. Daniel, Steve, Ryan, Matt and Maranne will be fighting for a place in the final 3. Today they will face only one task: to cook for the men and women who are the business brains behind the culinary talent, who invest in and run some of the most successful and highly awarded restaurants in the country.
It's make or break time. If they impress today, they are through to the last 3.
I can just taste it, I can almost see it. I really think I've got what it takes to win MasterChef.
I've had some massive highs and some real lows throughout the competition, and I just don't want to go at this final hurdle.
It's getting tougher and tougher, and I don't even want to think about getting knocked out at this stage.
Today's a very big day, very nerve-wracking, but I feel I can win the competition.
I don't feel that there's any room for error today. Everything's got to be spot on.
Welcome back, guys. You have got to cook 2 of your own dishes for 4 restaurateurs.
They command 8 Michelin stars. They know good food.
This is cooking at the highest level.
Good luck.
The 5 chefs have just an hour and 15 minutes to create the best 2-course meal of their career.
To impress these restaurateurs, our chefs are going to have to pull out the stops. They're going to have to deliver fault-free food that tastes absolutely spectacular and is presented in the best possible way.
It's the best 2 plates of food. Who can deliver it when it really matters? And today it matters.
Matt started working in kitchens when he was still at school and became a head chef aged just 22.
To think the calibre of the people that I'm going to be cooking for today is just mind-blowing, so I need to produce outstanding food.
He cooked for us some great food in the last round, some beautiful, elegant food.
And when he turns it on, boy, does he turn it on. That scallop and cauliflower puree was beautiful, truly beautiful.
It looks great, and I think it tastes as good as it looks.
But a weakness in desserts has let Matt down.
The rice, unfortunately, is slightly undercooked and a bit stodgy.
The raspberry sauce is just a little sharper than you would like.
If he can eradicate that and give us great food like he did in the last round, he will go through. Right, Matt, what are you cooking for us?
Today I'm doing a wild sea bass dish with celeriac rosti, citrus vinaigrette, a bit of veal jus around it just to complement the vinaigrette. And my second dish, you'll be surprised to hear I'm doing a dessert. A really nice yoghurt and orange mousse with poached rhubarb and vanilla biscuit. When it came to doing a 2-course menu, I was going to do a starter and main, and I thought, no, hang on a minute, I need to show these guys I can do the whole range, I can do everything, and I'm going to give it a go.
How much does this really mean to you now, Matt?
This is all I'm focused on at the minute. These guys could change my life, so it's a big moment.
Matt hasn't impressed us with pudding so far, so he is bold. He's chosen to cook us a pudding today. It sounds delicious, but it has to look beautiful and refined.
I really, really want to get through today. I can't see me going home. It'll be like, I don't know, being knocked out on penalties at the semi-final of the World Cup. You're so close to getting all the way to the final.
27-year-old senior sous chef Daniel has developed his style cooking in country house hotels.
I think I've grown a lot since the start of the competition. I've learnt a lot, and I think it's now starting to show in my cooking, but I'm not ready to go home yet.
Daniel has got to grips with this. Every round he's got better and better and better.
But one element of his cooking worries the judges.
The tastes are fine dining, but the presentation is definitely not there.
But in the last round, Daniel gave us faultlessly presented food.
It's as pretty as a picture. This is definitely what I would expect to see in a Michelin-starred establishment.
But the question is, can Daniel continue to deliver great food looking beautiful?
Feeling very nervous about cooking for the restaurateurs today. They're the top of their game. They know exactly what they're looking for. I think any little mistakes today will go punished.
What are you cooking for us?
My starter's going to be wood pigeon with thyme roasted butternut squash, and then main course I'm doing red mullet on a petite ratatouille with some basil gnocchi through there.
Are you playing safe, Daniel?
The thought has crossed my mind, but going for good flavours, do it simply, do it safe. I think it's better than trying to overcomplicate things and just getting it all wrong.
Have you got what it takes, Daniel?
I want this more than anything, really do. I'm thinking of new ways to try and impress yourself and everybody else.
I don't think he's going to be able to show off a lot of skills with this menu.
He wants safety before he wants ambition. I hope he's right.
This is make or break for my career. I want to go on and win this competition.
Maranne has been a private chef for 12 years, cooking for A-list celebrities and politicians.
Gonna have to be really on top of my game. There's more and more pressure all the time, so I can't afford to make any slip-ups today.
Maranne understands better than anybody what food it is that people really want to eat.
It's got bags of flavour.
I've never before had a rhubarb tart tatin. Clearly you have to know what you're doing, and Maranne does. I think this is lovely.
The issue with Maranne is that she delivers flavoursome, great, gutsy food. However, her presentation is not to restaurant standard. If Maranne can elevate her presentation, she can go all the way. I have no doubt. Right, Maranne, what are you cooking for us?
Roast rosé veal with spring vegetables, and then for dessert I'm cooking a salted caramel brownie with vanilla ice cream and nougatine and raspberries.
What is it in your menu that's really going to wow these restaurateurs?
Really lovely, clean flavours, beautifully cooked.
Well, we know you can do flavours, but what about presentation?
I'm hoping that the presentation is going to really be up another notch this time. I've been practising loads.
We know Maranne can give us great flavours, but can she give us sophisticated presented food with elegance?
The dessert I'm concerned about just because of how much is going on there. Chocolate brownie and ice cream and nougatine and raspberries. Is she attempting more than she can actually handle in the time?
Winning MasterChef would totally transform my life. I mean, my friends think I've fallen off the edge of the planet. They haven't seen me for weeks. I've practised and practised and practised, so, you know, it's now or never.
Steve was a head chef, but took a more junior role in a better restaurant to improve his skills.
To cook for these restaurateurs today is obviously extremely daunting. They know what it takes to get Michelin stars. They know what it takes to become a top chef.
I think Steve is a talent. He has the knowledge, the skills, the understanding of what makes great food.
Steve. That is very good. Very, very good. This is most definitely the style of food that would be gracing any great restaurant.
But we have seen Steve crack under pressure.
Are you ready? Are you glazed or not?
Wait.
We or we no?
30 seconds left.
30 seconds late, okay? It's on time altogether. It's not acceptable.
I've struggled with timing in a couple of challenges. Today, I obviously need to get that spot on. Just to get so close to the final and then just slip at that final hurdle, I'd just be absolutely gutted.
Right, Steve, what are you cooking for us?
Doing slow poached hen's egg with truffle mousseline, toast and herb salad.
Convinced me that boiled egg and toast is a fine dining experience.
The proof will be in the eating of it, but I can assure you it will be delicious. I have plans for it.
You expect to wow us today, Steve, do you?
I hope to. And then main course is roast halibut with baby fennel, crushed new potatoes with some crab through it, and tomato and saffron vinaigrette.
Tried and tested dishes?
Not quite. I haven't tried them out. I've tried all the elements to each dish, but I haven't actually made them as a dish yet.
Let me get this right. You're going for a place in the finals of MasterChef, and you are cooking a dish you have never cooked before.
That's right.
He's going to serve boiled egg to the restaurateurs. I mean, that is living on the wild side.
He says he's got a little something extra to give this dish a bit of panache. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
I think it's important that I show that I've got something a little bit different to the others, a little bit of flair in there maybe. As much as I want to keep it simple, I need to show that I can do something a little bit extraordinary.
Despite winning the Junior Chef Award at the Gastronomy by the Seine Festival, Ryan is the least experienced semi-finalist.
I feel like such an underdog. So scary for me. Each heat I've been up against amazing, talented people, much more experienced than me. Seeing the other contestants slightly worries me, but slightly gives me energy at the same time.
Ryan has given us really flavoursome food all the way through the competition. But in the last round, he gave us classy, well-presented, sophisticated food, and that made the difference.
That is definitely Michelin star quality pasta. Definitely.
There's a creative side to his cooking as well. I'll take your mind back to that grapefruit posset that he did.
It's a very brilliantly, innovatively crafted pudding, the like of which I've never had before.
But Ryan's inexperience can result in a lack of attention to detail.
They're too big for the mould, so that's why I've got this slightly ruffly, cash look.
What are you cooking for us, Ryan?
Today I'm going to be cooking you marinated brill with aged balsamic and black pepper with an asparagus foam and baby wild asparagus. And my second course is going to be my take on the classic banana tatin, and I'm going to serve this with macadamia ice cream.
You are the youngest of the semi-finalists. Does that mean you're the least experienced?
Although I may have probability of being the underdog today, I think I've got a lot to give.
What's at stake here, Ryan, for you?
Give it my all today and my high standard, and if this isn't enough, then I'm not enough.
I'm not sure about this brill. He's got balsamic, and he's got black pepper, and he's got an asparagus foam. Can he honestly marry all those things together? Not only that, can he make it look good?
I love the idea of a banana tarte tatin. That could be delicious. If I read that on a menu, I order it. It's my style of pudding.
If I get noticed today, maybe this could take me to a Michelin level. If I can just execute these dishes as good as I want to, that will be enough to impress anyone.
It's 20 minutes until service, and the restaurateurs have arrived. Will Smith is the business brains behind the highly acclaimed one-star Wild Honey and Arbutus.
An outstanding dish for me is something that is well-sourced, seasonal, not over-fussy. I'd like to see some things coming through that are just beautifully simple.
David Moore's pied-à-terre has held 2 stars for 6 years. He also controls 1-star L'Autre Pied.
Restaurants live or die on the quality of our chefs. It's as simple as that.
Trevor Gulliver is the co-owner of 1-star St John, listed in the world's top 20 restaurants.
We'd like to see potential. That's what excites us, because there's never enough talent coming through.
Claire Bosey owns 2-star Hibiscus with her husband Claude, who's head chef.
I think a good chef has to be confident in what they're putting on a plate and know when to stop.
This is really tough for our 5 chefs. I don't think they have ever been put in this position before. If the restaurateurs are impressed, this could open new doors. This could be an avenue to greatness.
Matt is the first to cook his food for the highly respected restaurateurs.
Two minutes, Matt. Don't leave you enough time. Last big push now. Keep it going, huh? Keep it together. That's pretty much time up. Come on.
Okay.
Pleased with it?
Yeah, happy.
Good. Well done, Matt.
The chef's dishes will be served by Emmanuel Landré, general manager and maitre d' in Michel's own 2-star restaurant.
Bon appétit.
Matt's main is wild sea bass with celeriac rosti, citrus vinaigrette and veal jus.
I hope I'm not going to be the grumpy one. I think the fish isn't quite properly cooked. I think it's undercooked. I also think it's not cooked evenly.
I agree. I think it's undercooked, and I find the celeriac rosti a little overpowering, quite strong for the fish.
But I like the vinaigrettes and I like the sauce. It does bring some freshness to the dish. Shows promise, but for me it shows a lack of technique.
But Michel and Gregg have a different opinion.
It's tasty, it's well cooked, well seasoned. It tastes good.
Five minutes, Matt. That's all you got.
Keep it together. Come on. Finishing touches. Good. Get it to the pass.
Matt's dessert is a yogurt and orange mousse with poached rhubarb and vanilla biscuit.
When you see a dish this simple, I hope it's really packed full of flavour.
I could eat buckets of rhubarb, absolutely delicious, but I actually think it could do with a touch more cooking. And the mousse, it's not moussey enough for me. It's too firm, and for me, just a little too set.
You don't get any of the sort of air bubbles that you expect to find in a mousse, but I like the orange and yoghurt combination.
I would certainly query that biscuit is not acceptable in virtually any restaurant. Well, he's used the wrong fat. Truth is, it's not very nice, and you couldn't serve it.
Matt wanted to prove a point that he can cook desserts. I'm afraid he's not proved it there.
I feel I could have done a bit more. There's a lot of good aspects to what I've done, but it wasn't perfection, and I was looking for perfection today.
Daniel, 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Keep it together, don't lose focus. Right, get it to the pass, Daniel. Well done.
That looks great. That looks really good.
Daniel's starter is pan-seared wood pigeon with thyme-roasted butternut squash, dry roasted squash seeds, crisp Iberico ham and watercress salad.
It's very nicely presented, very simple. The ingredients are clear to see and quite excited about eating this.
The pigeon for me is seasoned very nicely. I think there's a touch more seasoning on the squash.
The skin for me is, it should either have been taken off or crispened up, but I quite like this dish actually. It's all sort of coming together quite nicely.
A lovely dish and a confident chef.
I was worried that the wood pigeon would be too strong as a starter, but I think like this, it actually works quite well.
I like the sweetness of the butternut squash, and I also like the slight sweetness, slight bit of acidity in his dressing.
Now the pressure's on to produce a perfectly cooked main dish.
Got 3 minutes. How long will the fish take?
2 minutes.
Come on, Daniel, nearly there. Home straight. 1 minute now, Daniel.
Yes, chef.
Let's get it together. Clean plates, no smudges.
Service.
Daniel's main course is red mullet marinated in saffron oil with ratatouille, basil gnocchi and a sweet pepper coulis.
We've got the Mediterranean on the plate here. Looks vibrant, looks really appetising. The dish is actually quite technically well done. The fish is beautifully cooked.
But the saffron kills the dish for me. It's too strong. It's too overpowering.
It is slightly out of kilter, and in fact, it kind of renders the ratatouille as a series of chopped vegetables.
It's a well-conceived dish, though. I just think it just needs a little bit of adjustment in the balance.
The tomato sauce, I don't know what he's done to it, but it's not nice. But the red mullet is cooked to perfection.
That was the toughest round by far. The pressure, knowing the quality of chefs you're up against, knowing who we've got to cook for, the pressure was just absolutely amazing up there.
It's Maranne's turn to try and wow the restaurateurs.
Before you slice that meat, is that cooked?
This one is fine. I could do with a little bit longer on this one, but I'm running out of time. What's the time?
Don't worry about the time. Just get it on the plate. Maranne, focus, keep calm.
Maranne's main course is roast rosé veal with crushed Jersey royal potatoes and spring vegetables.
A broad bean to me has to be taken out off that sack for it to be a broad bean in a restaurant. That's fine for a broad bean at home. That's just really disappointing.
A shame to find a bit of the carrot could have been a little more better trimmed.
There's a real lack of attention to detail with the vegetables.
It's delicious.
The whole way that the meat and the pan juices have been dealt with is spot on. If the cooking of the vegetables equaled the cooking and the flavour of the meat, then you'd be speechless, pretty much.
It's good food, but Is it really at the level of fine dining that we're looking for? That's the question.
It's Maranne's last chance to earn her place in the final. But in the prep kitchen, her ice cream is taking longer to set than she thought.
What are you going to have to do?
I'm just going to start plating. I've
Plate
got
up.
nothing left to do.
OK, well, plate up, and the ice cream's the last thing that goes on, yeah? OK. And it's in the machine now, yeah? On the pass, let's go.
Maranne's dessert is a salted caramel brownie, vanilla ice cream, raspberry coulis with raspberries and nougatine.
I think the chefs tried to put just a bit too much on the plate. The brownie, the ice cream, and a raspberry sauce, possibly a little less sharp. Those three things would work well. I don't think we need the extra biscuits and the bits of crumb. There's just a bit too much going on there. The idea was great.
Had it have been right and correct, it would have been the perfect vanilla ice cream because the flavour is there of the vanilla.
I don't like the brownie. It is quite claggy.
I really like the flavour of the brownie. And she has tried very, very hard. You can see the amount of work she's put in. And for that, I like her.
I find each little bit delightful. I find it all together a little bit too complex.
Delicious creamy vanilla ice cream, nice nougatine. It's a good brownie, it's a good dessert.
I'm cross that I shot myself in the foot with really kind of expecting a little bit too much of myself in this time. Just fingers crossed it's all enough. I hope it's enough.
Steve now has to pull together his slow-poached hen's egg and toast starter.
How are we doing on timing, Steve?
Just a minute or two away.
What's left to go on that?
Some smoke.
For the finishing touch to his starter, Steve uses alder wood chips in a smoking gun to infuse the whole dish with a smoky flavour.
Fantastic, well done.
Steve's starter is slow-poached hen's egg with truffle mousseline, toast and wild herb and garlic flour salad, all infused with smoke.
It's a dish with wow factor.
And a fair bit of investment.
The egg is cooked beautifully, just melting, and the little bit of toast gives it some texture as well.
Flavours are fantastic. Garlic flowers. Lovely. This is definitely a dish that I would be happy taking into my restaurant.
I think that's a highly accomplished plate of food. And do I need to say any more?
I would say it was really quite good. Made us all smile.
Wow, that's really out there. I mean, that is truly creative.
I think it's fun, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of fun, even in fine dining. I like it. You've got about 4 minutes.
we almost there, Chef? We've got a couple of minutes left on the clock.
Come on now, Steve, keep it together, come on.
Nearly there.
Have it?
Yep.
Well done.
Steve's main is roast halibut with baby fennel, crushed new potatoes, and a crab, tomato and saffron vinaigrette.
I find the seasoning actually very good. I think the fish is cooked beautifully.
The fennel is lovely. The subtlety in this is fantastic. It doesn't flatter to deceive at all. It's a good dish.
Really, really top quality grub.
That's a soft, unctuous, big flavoured dish, and I love it.
For me, it's lacking a pinch of seasoning and a squeeze of lemon juice, but it is good. Very good.
I felt more confident with my dishes at the start of cooking. The more you look at it, the more you analyse it, the more the doubt starts to creep in. I hope I've done enough to get through.
Ryan, you okay, mate? You got 5 minutes, is that fine?
I hope so, just. I'm pushing the limits a bit, but I hope they'll get there.
Ryan, time's up. Those guys are now waiting out there.
Come on.
Just gonna have to go.
Well done.
Well done, let's go.
Go for it, Ryan, well done.
Ryan's main is brill marinated with aged balsamic, asparagus foam and baby wild asparagus.
It's all nicely cooked. I think the fish is cooked really, really well, actually, and the asparagus is lovely, but it's a bit one-dimensional.
The sauce, it does split. It does go quite watery on the plate. It's not unpleasant, but it's not really a lot of anything.
It's a flat dish. It hasn't wowed us in any way. I'm a little bit uninterested.
It's lacking in sophistication and it hasn't got that other dimension that we look for in fine dining.
It really badly needs something else because at the end of the day, you've got asparagus and a piece of fish.
It's Ryan's last chance to prove his talent with a fault-free banana tatin.
2 minutes, Ryan. Come on, keep it going.
But at the last minute, his ice cream has failed to set.
We have to go, it's wet. Let's go with it, come on.
Ryan's dessert is banana tart tatin with macadamia ice cream.
There's a brave man that uses bananas generally in a dessert, and I don't really like it, I have to say. Banana and ice cream, that's baby food.
It's a dish and I neither like it nor dislike it. But a tart tatin is a very technical thing to do, so to do it around a banana is very brave, so I give him credit.
It can go so drastically wrong. And it hasn't gone wrong. It's delivered a very tasty banana, maybe a touch under caramelised, but that's something that takes years of practice to get right. And he's been unfortunate with his ice cream.
I don't think it is as elegant and as sophisticated as this dessert could be.
It was absolutely terrible. worst dishes yet, as yet. And this is for sure. I'm really not impressed with my performance. Quite upset, actually.
Oh, that was tough. That was a real cooking marathon today.
These 5 chefs have come a long way, a long way. I mean, they've put a lot into this competition. We simply must make the right decision.
We expected good food and we got it. I definitely think Steve was a cut above the rest.
The dish full of smoke was just inspired.
There was a lot of skill involved in that dish as well. It was beautifully presented, very innovative and really extravagant. For his main course, the halibut was perfectly cooked.
That was the best thing I tasted here today, without a doubt.
It'd be unbelievable to get to the final. If I go out today, I'll be absolutely gutted because I really don't want that to be the last time I cook in the kitchen.
I think Ryan's lack of experience showed today.
He had brill and he served it with asparagus. And basically, that's all I got.
It was well cooked and well seasoned, but it was just very one-dimensional and really had no wow factor. As for Ryan's dessert, when I read the menu, I was expecting slices of banana caramelised with lots of rum and salted butter caramel. But what we got was just half a banana with a bit of puff pastry.
Truly, truly disappointed with what I've done today. I don't feel I've achieved my best.
Maranne's veal dish was really flavoursome. The meat was cooked properly, the sauce was delicious, but the presentation, I thought, was lacking.
It doesn't look like restaurant finished food. I thought the dessert was spectacular in what she attempted. Each individual bit of that pudding I thought tasted superb. Altogether in my mouth, I thought it was a little bit too much.
This competition means so much. It's been the most intense experience of my life. And to go out now would just be a travesty.
I was worried that Daniel's dish of wood pigeon was going to be too much and too bold for a starter. But I was pleasantly surprised. I thought that was really nice.
I thought it was very well cooked. It was still pink, quite right. And that against the thyme-roasted sweet butternut squash, I thought was really good. Really, really good. But they got the flavours badly wrong today on that mullet. Very unusual, very out of character for him.
Far too much saffron. He cooked the red mullet, though, to perfection, and it was really well seasoned.
Really, really hoping I've done enough. I still think I've got a 50-50 chance of going through.
Matt has good skills. He's a good chef. His sea bass, the restaurateurs said it was undercooked, but ours was cooked perfectly.
I thought it sat atop of really nice celeriac rosti. I thought it was good.
It was beautifully presented. I thought it looked great in the plate. But Matt's pudding, I thought, was a real disappointment. That whole dish was lacking in sugar.
It basically gave you yoghurt and a little bit of sharp rhubarb.
I think I've not made a perfect claim for me to be put through, but I think I'm a good outside bet, a good wild card.
The question is, who can give us that little bit extra, something different, something that is going to take them all the way to the top? Wow, well done. It's been a tough, tough decision. But we can only take 3 of you through to the final.
Steve, congratulations, you're in the final. Maranne, you're our second finalist. Well done. Ryan, I'm sorry, you're leaving us.
It's the biggest blow to me not to be going through today. But on a positive note, I've been pushed to new levels. I've learnt so much. This isn't the last of me. You'll see me again.
Right. Daniel. You are our third finalist. Well done. Matt, I'm awfully sorry.
There's many reasons why I could say that I went out today, but I know that I didn't produce my best food. I've loved every single minute of this. I really, really have. I'm just gutted to go home, but just got to get on with it.
It hasn't sunk in that I'm one of the top 3 chefs. I mean, it's just amazing. I'm almost kind of dumbstruck, really. I'm so happy to be here. I feel like I'm in heaven, total heaven.
Game is on. It's been an absolute roller coaster today, but to get the chance to hopefully go on and win it is just unbelievable.
I'm so excited. I'm fit to burst. I don't know whether to start crying or it's just a phenomenal feeling to get to the MasterChef final. Now I'm so close, I can almost feel that trophy in my hand.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
You are our 3 professional MasterChef finalists. Well done.
Next time, Steve, Daniel and Maranne are back for the final and most demanding culinary challenges.
Let's go. Quick, quick, quick. Chop, chop.
Really totally under pressure.
Go, go. Now is the time. Feels like a brick.
It's going to be tough.
You're going down like a ton of bricks.
Yep.
You are going to have to move your backside. Come on.
Oh dear.
Disaster, really.
I think you have got it absolutely shockingly right today.
The balance of flavour is correct, but I'm afraid it ends there.